everyone, happy Wednesday. My name is Vanessa and I am the 10th grade girls small group leader. And today, if you've been following along with our Bible plan, we are on day 10 of Hope in a Dark Place. And the big focus for today is hope. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I sometimes have a hard time understanding what hope is and what it means. And that's okay if you don't understand it, because hope isn't something tangible. It's not something we can see. It's not something we can touch. It's not there. But hope can be defined as a desire. You're really, really hoping for something, or you're hoping to go to the movies with your friends, or you're wishing that you get, a certain kind of gift for your birthday. But the difference between a wish and hope is God. See, hope can be thought of as a complement to your faith. When you accept and believe in God and who He is and trust His word, you then have a confident expectation that it will happen. And that's what hope is, a confident expectation. And the good thing about hope is that it gives us the peace and the joy and the rest, all that good that people talk about when they're in the middle of a dark time. But that's kind of hard for us to understand because, you think, how do you have joy and peace in such a hard time? And the hard part is getting to the point of hope in that dark time. And I think the verse that illustrates this best, and one that I like to use when I need hope, is Psalms 23. And I encourage you guys to go and read that verse and use that verse too when you're needing hope. So to illustrate this, I like to think of my dark time as the darkest valley that David mentions in that verse, even though I walk through the darkest valley. So think about your darkest time, whatever it may be, past or present. You can use COVID-19 as an example, and think about that dark time. That's where you are. That's your dark valley. Now think about how you feel in that dark time. Are you feeling scared? Are you feeling confused? Are you lost? However you feel, think about that. And then think about what you're going to be thinking about. That's weird to say, think about what you're thinking about, but what kind of questions would you have? I think a lot of us would have the same kind of questions that Habakkuk did. We would question why? Why, God? Why is this happening? What's going on? What are you going to do? Or sometimes, what do I do during this time? And they're all valid reasons, they're all valid questions to have, and we're going to have to wrestle with those questions, just like Habakkuk did. We have to wrestle with those questions, but we also have to listen. We have to listen to God, and we have to remember who God says He is. We have to remember His promises, and we have to trust in Him. We have to believe that He will do what He says He will. We have to have faith. And when we have faith, it allows us to embrace our reality. We talked about that the other day. You have to have faith because it then allows you to kind of take a step back from that dark time and say, okay, this is what's going on. This is my dark time. This is what's going on, and that's okay. I'm going to embrace it. But my faith is in God. So, whatever is going on, I'm going to trust in Him and trust in His plan. And He is in control. He is my protector. He is my comforter. He will guide me. He will never leave me, and He loves me. And those exact words are things that I tell myself when I am struggling through a dark time and needing to build my faith again. And I encourage you guys to use those exact same words when you are needing faith. And when you have faith, you can then have hope. Because when you put all your trust in God and you say, okay, this is happening, you don't have to kind of carry whatever feelings you had at the beginning. You can just allow them to be, and you put your trust in God because you expect that He will do what He says He will. And that's how you're able to have the peace and the joy that people talk about in a hard time. You don't have to walk through that dark valley, kind of scared and wondering what's going to happen next, but instead you can just say, okay, I have my, guiding map, I have my faith, and I have hope that there's going to be something at the end of this, And we have to remember that we have to wrestle and embrace to get to hope. We have to ask those questions. We have to embrace the reality. We have to put our trust in God and know that He is in control, because we can just, once we have our faith in God and know that He is in control, we can just, brush off whatever feelings we had, whether it's anger, whether it's being scared, whatever it may be, and then you can just walk in goodness and in strength that God gives us. He gives us hope. So I hope that blesses you guys in some way. You guys take a piece of it to help you in your own life, and you guys are staying safe during this time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I cannot wait to see you guys again.